Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been about 4 to 5 months since I published my third book of poems called Halfway, and I've been able to sell only 43 copies, most of which I've bought by some of my kindest friends and acquaintances anyway. I'm not really great at selling anything, let alone selling my own work. We published the book under the banner of our very small startup called Our Letter Creations in collaboration with Bookleaf Publishing, and it doesn't help that I'm not on social media like Instagram and Facebook. It's just too noisy for me, and yeah, I understand what that means, not being able to reach a wider audience, but I realized, well, at least through YouTube, if I could reach out to poetry lovers and continue doing what I do best, which is writing and reading, sharing my work with you. Maybe if you want to support indie poets, indie authors, indie publishers, you could consider buying a copy. I'll leave the links in the description box below. You can buy in Amazon, from Amazon India, Amazon US and Amazon UK, considering where you are. Anyway, that's a bit of a shameless marketing plea request, if you will. However, what I'm really looking forward to is reading two poems today. One is called Language and the other is called Art, Orphaned. And as you can sort of guess already, they're both about writing itself. And while a lot of people sort of resort to the reductionist way of looking at language, that, you know, language reduces your emotion or feeling, I feel like the largest of language is always there to hold you, contain you. So that's the kind of faith I have in language as a human world phenomenon. And the other is called Art, Orphaned, which happened when a thought occurred to me that, you know, once any form of art, for that matter, for any artist, once they are done doing what they do, a painting or a book or a poem or a, you know, novel, they're done with it. It's pretty much like abandoning, not in an unpleasant way, but sort of you're done with that. It's out of your system, and now that belongs to the world, if you want the world to see it, or it just belongs to wherever it is that you put it. So it's still a thought that really haunts me, and perhaps I'm only halfway in sort of figuring out what exactly I feel about this thought, this idea of art being orphaned. Anyway, I'll leave that to you. I guess maybe I look forward to hearing from you about what you think. You can leave your thoughts in the comments below after I read the poems out to you. So the first poem is called Language. Like rivers and streams that flow and fall to heed to the beckoning of the sea, when words rush to meet a keen wish, a grave sulk, a hesitant silence, a hasty joy, I rest assured that there is language always to make one less lonely. You write, you tell, in hush and in rush, a few funny mere symbols on paper, and your fingers keep the conversations, a remembrance in all its delicious secrecy. Language, it lets you have the luxury of choice, of at least trying. So the second poem I'm reading today from Halfway is Art, Orphaned. Words stare, blank, cold, mute as the white paper on which they find home, only to be orphaned, as the nib of the pen rests inside what looks like a coffin, as the poet walks away, disowning each of her poems from her veins and pulse and breath, mere abandonment, selfish salvation, instrokes and outstrokes of anguish, grieving serifs, tittles of torment, splintered by commas, recurrent demises at full stop, typeface anatomy mocking a bereaved poem, art, orphaned. Halfway here contains poems that have happened at various points of my life, and there is the whole range of human emotions from unbearable grief to unbearable joy, and there are a lot of travel poems, there is a lot of nature poetry, and things that I have tried to explore sort of fall under many themes and topics. That way you can say there is no one common theme that sort of holds all the poems together. It's just as random as life itself, I guess. So yeah, once again, if you can buy a copy to support an indie poet, I'll be really grateful. And also, whenever you find time to read any of these poems, and if they sort of strike a chord with you, or you can relate to any of these poems, any of these thoughts, it could be one single line, one single thought, idea, I would love to hear from you. You can also leave a review on Amazon or leave a comment here perhaps on this very YouTube video. Either way, I look forward to having a few conversations around this, and if you feel like it, please do spread the word as well. Halfway is my third book of poems, and thank you for listening today. I will come back with another video very soon. Bye.